Hello everyone, my name is Kasaya. I am a tarot reader and a channeler. If you have found yourself here, I may have some messages for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest, alright? Okay, so I already have some cards down. I started recording the message and then I fucking fumbled my words, so we're restarting. Okay, so what you are going through at this moment is a period of suspending yourself from that which was limiting of yourself. This is a very it's you're detaching yourself from a self-defeatist kind of perspective is what we have here. Okay, you could be in this period, moving through this period. This is like the phase that you're moving through, the period that you're moving through. We have the Death card, the Hanged Man, the Eight of Cups, and the Three of Swords here. Okay, you are in this phase of transformation. There's this deep change that is taking place. Deep change that is taking place. You're moving away from all of that which hurt you, and I'm getting self-sacrificing. All that was self-sacrificing, especially with that Hanged Man. You've taken some sort of higher perspective on that which, in the ways in which you have been holding yourself back, in the ways in which you have been I'm hearing conditioning yourself, or in the ways in which you have been even speaking about yourself or speaking to yourself. There's a lot about the mind. There's a lot about the words. There's a lot about ideas. It's something about the way that the track of the brain. Okay, there's something about the way that has been set, and moving away from it, moving away from everything that feels like there's something missing, where it feels like there's some emptiness or there's a void. There's something that's not being fulfilled. You're moving out of this phase. Okay, and in this process, we have the Temperance card, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Eight of Swords. Now, the Temperance is all about integration, it's all about balance, it's all about healing, it's all about it's all about alchemy, transmutation more so, but in the end, it ends in alchemy. Okay, you're going through this phase of taking self-limiting beliefs and that self-defeatist attitude and illusions that come from being self-defeating, of self-sacrificing. You're integrating those into some sort of benefit, some sort of power, some sort of advantage. You are taking old thought patterns, old habits when it comes to the way that you see the world in general. It's minor arcana, but I'm getting worldview. I'm getting perspective. Okay, I'm getting a world energy within the Seven of Cups. And I'm thinking it's because there's so many things that's encompassed by the world, right? But there's the Seven of Cups is being undecisive. It's being seeing all the options or all the choices and being scattered within them, not knowing where to go or what to choose, and then getting lost in not knowing what is the best route of action, or what the best, maybe, like, what's going to benefit you in the long term. And you kind of went through this energy of not knowing what it was that you wanted because you were focused here. Actually, there's a lack of focus on that which is inside of the self, and more so what looks like it's going to be fulfilling. Not what feels like it's going to be fulfilling, but what looks like it's going to be fulfilling. And this is where you might have caught yourself up, is that you were going based off of the eye, based off of the physical, instead of pulling within to the spiritual, to the energetic, to what lies beyond the constraints. Because here we have the clothes, we have the sorry, my face. I try not to do that, like just peeking out the side. What's up? But we have the clothing, and we have the cloths that's wrapped up. Okay, it's kind of feeling like you're constricted, but when you go inside, it's like the clothes aren't there, the cloth that's constricting isn't there, the swords aren't there, it's just you in there. And then through there, you can transcend the mental limitations. I hope I'm not moving too fast or not making sense. I'm just going to keep going though. Yeah, okay, so that's what you are integrating at this time is lessons learned from the limiting belief. It's the ways in which you trap yourself. You're integrating the lesson of that. Okay, the lesson of the mental prison, of the illusions of the external. Okay, this is all about the external, about what, again, looks good, what looks like it would be fulfilling, but doesn't feel fulfilling, what feels constricting, what feels like entrapment, okay? That's not the right word, but what feels like being trapped. Entrapment could be the right word, but it doesn't feel like the right word. Okay, but you're moving out of that phase. You've learned a lesson here. We have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles was out here. I'm not sure why I put it back, but the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Devil card. You've had great clarity. There's been immense breakthrough surrounding some sort of limiting belief. This was like you were addicted to a specific type of perspective, or addicted to a certain type of even feeling. Like a feeling state that felt safe but wasn't, that felt safe but was constricting. Okay, it was like you thought it was a certain way, but in reality it was holding you back, or closing you off, or stagnating you, or something of that sort. Okay, and the Devil card here was to clarify that Eight of Cups. What you are moving away from, what you are walking away from, that you are putting down, is that Devil energy. Is okay, and this could be such like a big number of things with the with the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Like this could be a variation of things. Okay, but from what the cards that are here, it seems to be more so about the mental, okay? The unhealthy or negative or even toxic to the self or to others or to both, take it as it resonates, that the mental, maybe coping mechanisms, the mental perspectives or even processes that seemed fulfilling because they gave you some sort of energy, like they would have some sort of outcome, but the outcome wasn't fulfilling. Okay, so in that, it wasn't healthy. It was holding you back. It was stagnating you. It was binding you to something of a lower vibration. Okay, which could be frustration or confusion, which could be delusion, which could be like great uncertainty. Self-doubt comes in with this Seven of Cups. Okay, there was certain mindsets, certain ways of processing things, certain ways of looking. It was a lot about something about like the look of things. Okay, so the look of the opportunities, the look of the choices, the look of yourself, how you look at yourself, how you think the world looks at you, the looks of things. There was something there that was holding you back. Instead of looking, it was a lot of looking external. Even if you were attaching external or you weren't grasping external, you kept looking. And so because you were looking that way, it was like you were only able to look from here, like the peripherals, like you weren't able to look beyond the peripherals. Is this literal? Is this metaphorical? Is it both? I don't know. Okay, but you're having great clarity. There's great opportunity in your hands at this time. There is something like your ground. There's some sort of breakthrough, internal breakthrough, some sort of revelation, some sort of epiphany, some sort of or moment of clarity. Maybe it wasn't even just from self-realization and revelation. Maybe it was something external from all of that looking external. Something happened to click, make some sort of click that grounded this that grounded a breakthrough. It was something in the physical. Like you were doing all of that looking outside, and something finally showed you outside, you know, this, how you were limiting yourself through only looking outside. Okay. All right, the breaking out of your own limitations, your own barriers, your own limiting thought patterns and perspectives. A lot about like being hard on the self, even if you thought you were not being hard on the self. Okay, there's something about being suspended in this. You're now being suspended in this place of. It's so weird being suspended in a place of moving away. So like there's movement, but you're suspended in the movement. There's a lot of energy that's being moved. So it's more like background. It's more behind the scenes. It's more energetic that things are taking place, but in the physical, it could seem more stagnated. But that's because there's a lot of reprocessing, processing and reprocessing that's taking place. It's like, as I've been telling people, suggesting, it's like a recalibration. It's a reconfiguring of what once was into something brand new. Okay, it's being transformed. There's thought patterns being transformed. There's feelings, states of feeling that are being transformed into something new. Okay, and where are we headed to? Spirit for the collective. We have the Four of Swords. Okay, after a period of hardship, I had the Five of Pentacles. After a period of hardship, okay, you may have experienced a lot of hardship. You may have placed yourself in a lot of hardship because of these limits that you had placed upon yourself, that you had conditioned yourself with, or that had been conditioned within you. Okay, you're going through like an unconditioning. It could be reconditioning as well, but baseline an unconditioning of that which you had taught yourself and that which was taught to you. Okay, you're learning how to exist without the struggle. Got goosebumps. You're learning how to exist beyond the hardship. You're learning to, it's coming out of a lack mindset, of a poverty mindset maybe, or a struggle mindset. A struggle, there's a certain word that can go with that. It's a phrase, it's a struggle. I don't know. I'm just going to say you're hopping off the struggle bus and you're allowing yourself to expand into abundance of feeling states, of perspectives, of experiences. Okay, where are we going from here? So yeah, we have the Three of Swords there and we have the Four of Swords there. You're in a great healing period, healing from yourself. It's a healing from the self. And that is so nice. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. Where you are heading is some sort of grounded heart awakening. Okay, it's like whatever work you are doing with your heart, opening the heart, expressing the heart, etc. You're going to have like physical opportunities that are aligned with that opening, with that expressing. There's something here about surprising elements. There's something here about your intuition inviting you inwards. There's something about your intuition inviting you to look at it and look through it, so that you may see beyond the peripheral, so that you may see beyond those self-limiting beliefs. Okay, you're coming into this new way of being, and we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. Okay, Three of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Swords. There's definitely a great progression here when it comes to the mind, when it comes to the way you think about things, the way you see things. Okay, you're seeing in a new way is what it feels like. Like you're literally seeing in a new dimension, in a new dimension, at a higher. Not higher speed, it's like resolution. There we go. A greater resolution. You are seeing things through high definition. Okay, it's a clarity. It's a clarity surrounding the ways in which we hold ourselves back. Our own, thought prisons, our own obsessions, our own addictions to feeling, states of experiencing. Like you're branching out into new experiences with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Cups that bring you great fulfillment, joy, happiness, a sense of belonging. There's a sense of belonging that's entering your life, and it's a belonging with the self first and foremost, okay? Anything else? There we go. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So there's just a need for patience and sticking to the integrity, or sticking with integrity, okay? Your morals, your values, your principles, your beliefs. There's something changing on the external, but it's like sticking to your core and grounding into that, okay? With the Eight of Pentacles, it's having a commitment. There's a great commitment to this revitalization of the emotions, of the heart. There's, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. It's three there, okay? It could be like you're working in a team, you're working with others. It doesn't have to be specifically three people, but there's something about working with others, like committing to working with others, committing to collaboration, committing to, like, you experience so much with the Hanged Man here, the Eight of Cups. This is giving me hermit energy. It's giving me one's own journey, something that someone has to do on their own. And they did it so long, they kept themselves, they wound up hurting themselves, right? And now you're moving out of this. It's like you did enough alone. Now it is time to do it with others. Do the work with others. This is integrating the lessons that have been learned into the physical realm. Okay, it's experiencing the lessons that you have learned with others, with and this could be something to do with work as well, like coworkers or something like that, or maybe just the work that you do in the world. And that doesn't have to be job, just like the impact that you have on the collective. Okay, it's something about working with others to enhance your impact, to embrace your impact, to concrete your impact. I almost said concretize. It's not a fucking word. Okay, you're making your impact more concrete by pulling it, by grounding it into anchoring it into the physical through connection. Okay, through a higher definition, a higher dimensional perspective on the way in which you express. There's a lot of cups here and there's a lot of swords here. Okay, so it's giving the way you speak and the way that you feel. Okay, you're feeling in new ways, you're seeing in new ways. And perfect way to end it off. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay, there's a great heart awakening. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. The only thing that's left is the Ace of Wands, okay? So there's creative inspiration that is entering your world. It's the only component. It's like an action. It's either action or it is a creative spark, okay? So there's something about, there's creation that's brewing, or there's an action that's brewing that you don't see yet, but that will come in to complete this revitalization process, okay? You've definitely gone through a transformation that has revitalized not only your spirit, but your heart chakra, okay? There's great heart expansion that's taking place here, and you're feeling more fulfilled, and you're feeling more hopeful, more emotionally inspired, more expressive, more authentic. Okay, it's a very, very beautiful energy. And I have these here. Your greatest love stories are yet to be written. Okay, you could have new connections coming in for you. You could have new love coming in for you in whatever form. It could even be about your love with your experiences in life. Okay, your own personal experiences. Your greatest moments have yet to be experienced. And that's fucking exciting, right? Like that's incredible. Okay, nothing is so much to be feared as fear itself. Right? The Devil card, where you're trapping yourself in those limiting phases. There was a journey you took on your own, and then you maybe stayed there a little too long, and it wound up hurting yourself. You ended up coming into this state of fear. All right. And you've had a realization about that fear. This equals the Nine of Swords, which is fear, anxiety, despair, right? You've had a realization about the ways in which you do this to yourself. Okay? There's great clarity of you holding yourself back here. And that's always what it is, right? We're always holding ourselves back. It's always at the core, it's us. Courage is not simply one of the virtues, but the form of every virtue at the testing point. Okay, so you're going through, there may be some things that are a little bit daunting to you at this time, especially if you've been in this state, right? This state of stagnancy or a holding pattern or that solo journey type of thing, a vision quest of some sort. It could be a little daunting to move out, especially when we have the Three of Swords here, and now it's the Three of Pentacles. It's like all of this pain in the mind, and now all of a sudden it's collaboration in the physical. Okay, it's a change. It's a definite, it's a very impactful change that's taking place in your life right now. But it's really opening you up to, can you see it? Your greatest love stories are yet to be written. It's opening you up to love. Okay. It's opening you up, and that's in all forms here with the Ten of Cups. That's family, that's friends, that's partnerships. Okay, there's newness, there's new feelings, new emotions, new connections, and this is the way in which you are seen now. You're no longer seeing the limits. You're seeing beyond the limits, and it's very healing. Okay, you are, that's what I'm going to title the video. Seen in high definition. Okay, and this is a new energy. This is new to you. So everything's pretty like bright and shiny, right? Take in that energy and allow that energy to be expressed through you. Okay, do not limit or inhibit this. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin, okay? That's going to be the song for this video. I hope that this found everyone who it was meant for. I hope it found you in a very open and receptive state. And until next time, guys, much love.